I gotta say it, Dwayne Johnson delivered on this movie. I came into this movie not really expecting much. I walked out the movie really loving it. What can I say? Now, I basically gotta give a pat on the back to Dwayne Johnson because my man has carried this entire promotional movie, story, everything. Dwayne Johnson has carried everything. Because I'm telling you guys, when you walk into this movie theater, you're not expecting the story to be like the most perfect thing. It's not The Batman. I'm not coming here to watch The Batman. I'm coming here to watch Black Adam starring Dwayne Johnson. Now, question is it Dwayne Johnson playing a superhero or is the superhero played by Dwayne Johnson? It's kind of a bit of both. Like, I honestly like a little bit of both. Like, I was watching the movie and I was like, oh, that's Dwayne Johnson. Like, some face things he was doing, I was like, that's Dwayne Johnson. But then after a while, like, I kind of got lost in it. And I'm like, no, that's Black Adam. Like, halfway through, then a little bit, I got sidetracked in, and then I was like, oh, no, that's him again. That's Dwayne Johnson. I was like, that's Dwayne Johnson, bro. But I'm gonna get to the things that I like about this movie and what I didn't like about this movie. Right? So first thing off, I'm gonna start with what I like. Hawkman. He was one of my favorites. Hawkman, Dr. Fate. Now, I'm gonna spoil the movie because listen, when you come on my channel, you're getting the full breakdown. Literally, spoilers heavy. I'm letting y'all know. So if you haven't not watched the movie, leave, come back, and then we can talk about this later, right? Okay, good? You seen it? Alright, now here we go. Right. So when I was watching this movie, I kinda was like, yo, one of these characters are gonna die. It's either Hawkman or Dr. Fate, right? So, if you know the story to Dr. Fate and Hawkman, they both can die. They're both characters that die a lot, right? Because Dr. Fate can be willed by anyone. If anyone holds the helmet of Dr. Fate, they become Dr. Fate, right? Then Hawkman, if he dies, he gets reborn and gets reincarnated, right? So I kind of walked into this movie theater thinking like, oh, one of these guys are gonna die. And I said, Hawkman, walking into it, I was like, oh, he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the guy to die. Yep, I was wrong. It was Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate died. And I was sitting there like, what? I actually like Dr. Fate. Now, the only thing that made me laugh with Dr. Fate is like every time he kept taking off his mask to talk to people. I understand it's like, you know, you gotta see who the actor is. Otherwise, it's gonna be like how, what was his name? Adam Smasher was like halfway through the movie. I was like, oh, I forgot what this guy looked like. And I see why the actors signed the contract and be like, yo, you gotta show my face. Otherwise, people are not gonna understand that me, Omar Richards, is Adam Smasher, right? I get that, right? But, so yeah, he's what I liked. I like Adam Smasher. I liked Hawkman and I liked Dr. Fate. Those two guys were my favorites of the movie. Oh, and Black Adam. Those three were like my favorites. Now, I'm gonna go what I didn't really like about this movie, right? Let's start with the villain. The villain of the movie. What the hell? Who was that? Like, in the comments, someone please let me know who that was. And I'm a DC guy, and I don't even know who that was. But, another thing, Cyclone. Oh, man, I feel like Cyclone was such a good character. But, like, realistically, like, what did she do the whole movie? Like, bro, she was like this throughout the whole entire movie, bro. That's what she was throughout the whole entire movie. And then we had Adam Smasher. Like, Adam Smasher was literally DC's Deadpool. Like, he literally looked like Deadpool. He was the comedic relief. Like, he was a good character, but it's like, realistically, like, he didn't really do much. Like, he punched Adam, I almost said Adam Smasher. He punched Black Adam into the ground. And then I was like, okay, he did his thing. He knocked a couple things down. And then him and Hawkman had like a funny minute. You and me. You and me when we get back to the ship. You and me. Like, okay, yeah, I got that, and that was pretty fun. But then, like I said, I walked into this movie theater, and I had to shut off my brain. Shut off my brain, and I had a good old time. Because, understandable. Understand, I didn't come into this movie for the story. I came in for the action, and boy, does this movie deliver on the action. Like, whoo! The action in this movie, like literally, there is so many slow motion scenes in this movie to the point that my girlfriend leaned over to me and she goes, is this DC's Quicksilver scene? Because there was a moment in the movie when Black Adam is like flying and then he's just like levitating in slow motion, but he's moving normally, but everything around him is slow motion, like the Quicksilver scene. But it's just like he does his own version on it, and I actually had a pretty good time with this movie. Yo, like it took him 15 years to make this movie, and he goddamn delivered on this movie. I want to curse so bad, but He did a damn good job. Like I said, like I didn't like Cyclone. I didn't like Atom Smasher. Like I felt like they needed more screen time. Hawkman, Dr. Fate, they were the best. Oh, another thing I didn't like about them, the little boy in this movie. Like he was so annoying. Like maybe I gotta watch it a second time and I'll probably understand it from a second viewpoint. But yeah, the little kid and the mom, I really didn't care about the story. Like the uncle, the mom, the like I did not care about that family. I was like the whole entire time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, yo, get them off screen. Just have the Justice League or the JSA stay here the whole entire time. And that's another thing too that I'm gonna talk about. The JSA. Where were they the whole entire time? My interpretation of the JSA was more of like, they exist because of the Justice League. They exist because of the Justice League. So it's like we never heard of them, but then the reason why they're here now is because, you know, the Justice League only takes on big threats. So when you get like small threats like this is when you have a second team. That's like my interpretation of how the JSA was. But like, and it made sense. Like when the JSA comes, they're like, we're the JSA. They're like, yo, how come you don't help us? Like conduct is, you know, we're in like shambles and you guys are not helping us. Like you guys got Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, but who do we got? Black Adam. That's who they got. And throughout the whole entire movie, I'm just sitting there like, yo, this movie's pretty good. Dwayne Johnson, like, I would say that this was one of the best movies he's been in such a long time. Cause like I am a Dwayne Johnson fan, but like I don't go into Dwayne Johnson movies expecting, you know, Batman level, The Dark Knight level, like, you know, like I don't expect Marvel tier movies or like any top tier movies when I'm watching Dwayne Johnson. Like I really like Jumanji, I really like Central Intelligence, like I like those type of movies from him. But then like I'm not walking into it expecting like an Oscar-worthy performance. But this movie, I have to say, was a really good movie. It's stupid, but it's fun. Like, if you guys want to just shut your brain off and watch a good summertime film in the fall, I recommend this film. Like, go watch it with the family. It is a family fun. It's not a family-friendly film, but it is a family movie that you guys can bring, shut your brains off, watch action, because it's just so much action to the point that I was like, yo, I'm loving this. I look over to my brother, I look over to my friend, I look over to my girlfriend. All four of us, we're like, yo, this movie's pretty good, bro. like this movie's stupid, but it's pretty good. Like, and Dwayne Johnson's right. A new era in the DC has shifted, because when I tell you, this man, Dwayne Johnson, has brought back the man himself, because I told you, we're getting spoilers out here, man. When I tell you that he brought back Henry Cavill's Superman, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Because listen, man, I've been watching Superman and Lois, and let me tell you, he's cool, but Henry Cavill, that's Superman. And that's all I gotta say for this video, man. I gotta go. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.